Well, 11 years after the terrorist attacks that claimed the lives of 2,947 people in what is arguably the biggest terrorist attack on the United States, Americans have paid tribute to the slain victims. On September the 11th, 2001, terrorists hijacked 4 commercial jet airliners and deliberately crashed 2 of the planes into the Twin Towers of the World Trade Center in New York, killing everyone on board and thousands of those working in the buildings. Our correspondent Henry Ogunjimi captures the mood at the 9/11 Memorial, which opened last year on the 10th anniversary of the attacks, 1 year after its opening.
Exactly 11 years ago, and coincidentally on Tuesday, September 11, 2001, Americans and the rest of the world woke up to the news and reality of coordinated terror attacks on the Twin Towers of the World Trade Center in New York. After those destructions came the heightening of America's security standards and the reconstruction of the 16-acre World Trade Center complex with a memorial to immortalize the victims.
It's been 11 years since the attacks on the World Trade Center in New York. And here we are at the 9/11 Memorial. And behind me here is one of the 2 reflecting pools built on the exact spot where the Twin Towers stood. It may interest you to know that since the opening of this memorial in September 11 last year, it has received over 4 million visitors from all around the world.
They all want to come and bear witness. Many people will touch the site, touch the memorial, touch a name, even if they didn't know the name of the person whose name they're touching. And so this has obviously touched a deep chord in the public at large.
I have a visual of those 2 tall towers here and how they dominated the landscape. And for many years there was that void. I think this beautiful tower to my back will fill some of that void. It's just majestic and splendid. But I feel as if it were 11 years ago when those towers hit.
For Greg Bellomar's family, visiting from Cincinnati, Ohio is very emotional.
Well, this is our first time in New York City, and the first place that we wanted to visit was the memorial, mainly because it's, a historic site.
Ignatius Udo Adanga was one of the 3 Nigerians that died in the attacks and has his name engraved on one of the reflecting pools. And here we have the only tree that survives that destruction. 5 new buildings are currently being built on 8 acres of land to spread the density of the 2 former towers, and the remaining 8 acres now houses the memorial.
We hope that this is a meaningful memorial, certainly for the families, the people who knew them, and for the public at large. Nothing can replace the lost lives, of course, but it's very important to remember who they were and what they died for.
As the whole world remembers that day, the prayers on the lips of many is that such tragedy doesn't reoccur. Henry Ogunjimi, Channels Television News.